There are moments in life when silence feels heavy. You've prayed with sincerity, cried in the darkness, and waited with hope, yet nothing seems to change. You look around and wonder, has God forgotten me? Your heart aches, not just from the struggle, but from the loneliness that follows. But in these moments of stillness and confusion comes a divine reminder that can lift the heaviest soul. Your Lord has not forsaken you. This is more than just a sentence. It's a lifeline. It's a message to every heart that feels abandoned, every soul drowning in self-doubt, and every person whose life didn't go as planned. God is closer than you think. His silence is not rejection. His delay is not punishment. And your struggle is not proof of his absence. Even when the world grows quiet, the heavens are never deaf to your pain. Sometimes the darkness is not there to break you, it's there to strengthen your vision. When you can't see a way out, that's when you learn to truly see within. And in that silence, your faith has room to grow. You begin to realize that your journey, no matter how messy, is still sacred. You may feel lost, but you are never out of reach. The one who created you still holds your story in his hands. There is power in holding on when everything inside you wants to give up. There is strength in standing firm when you feel forgotten. And there is a deep, unshakable peace that comes from knowing if the world turns its back on you, your Lord never will. Even in your lowest moments, even in your silent prayers, he is with you, watching, guiding, loving. Life may test you, people may leave you, dreams may break, but God's presence remains constant. His care for you does not change because of your emotions, mistakes, or failures. The path may be long, but you are not walking it alone. So take a deep breath, wipe your tears, and remember, your Lord has not forsaken you. This is not the end. It's just a pause. And beyond this moment is a future held by the one who knows your heart better than you do. Keep going. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. There are times when life feels painfully quiet. You pray, you hope, and you wait, but the answers don't come. Everything around you seems still, and your heart begins to wonder, has God gone silent on me? This is one of the hardest feelings a person can experience, the sense that maybe you've been forgotten. But that's when you need to remind your soul, silence is not absence. God's silence is not his rejection. Just because he isn't answering in the way or time you expect doesn't mean he has left you. In fact, silence is often where the deepest forms of faith are built. It's where your trust is tested, not in comfort, but in uncertainty. And it's during these quiet seasons that your connection with God can grow strongest because you're no longer chasing results, you're simply holding on to him. Think about it. When a teacher is silent during an exam, it doesn't mean they've abandoned the student. It means the student is being given space to apply what they've learned. In the same way, when life feels quiet, perhaps it's your moment to practice faith in action, to trust even when you can't trace the path, to believe even when your heart is tired. God's silence is not proof of distance. It could be that he's working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. It could be that your soul is being prepared for something greater than what you prayed for. And it could be that the silence is allowing your spirit to grow stronger, deeper, and more unshakable in its trust. In those moments of stillness, lean into faith. Speak to God honestly, even if all you can say is, I don't understand, but I still trust you. That simple act of surrender becomes a powerful form of worship. It shows that your love for God isn't based on getting everything you want, but on knowing that he always knows best. So when life feels quiet and heaven seems distant, don't lose hope. Your Lord has not forsaken you. He is closer than you think, watching with care and waiting for the perfect moment to unfold what's already written for you. Hold on. The divine silence is often the beginning of divine intervention. When you're hurting, it's natural to ask, why me? You might feel like the weight you're carrying is too heavy, like your pain is proof that something is wrong with you, or worse, that God has turned away. But the truth is, pain is not rejection. Your suffering is not a sign that you've been abandoned. In fact, it may be one of the strongest signs that you are deeply loved, deeply seen, and deeply. God doesn't test those he has forgotten. He tests those he wants to bring closer. Your trials are not punishments, they are invitations, an invitation to rise, to reflect, and to reconnect with your purpose and your Creator. Think about how gold is purified. It is placed in fire, not to destroy it, but to refine it. In the same way, your hardship may be shaping you into something stronger, something purer, something more aligned with who you are truly meant to be. It's easy to feel blessed when everything is going well, but real faith is revealed when nothing makes sense and yet you still choose to trust. Your pain might feel like it's pushing you down, but it can also be the pressure that pushes you toward growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" That shift in mindset turns your pain into purpose. Sometimes the most powerful transformation happens in the quietest suffering. You may not post about it, talk about it, or even understand it fully, but deep down, something within you is changing. You're becoming more resilient, more patient, and more compassionate. And as you go through your hardship with dignity, you inspire others who are silently struggling too. Never confuse pain with punishment. Your Lord is not cruel, He is the most merciful. He sees your effort, your tears, and your exhaustion. He hasn't turned away from you, not even for a second. If anything, He's drawing you nearer, molding your heart and preparing you for something far greater than what you've lost. So if you're in pain, remember, it's not the end. It's not a sign of rejection. It's a step on the journey to something beautiful. You are not forgotten. You are being guided, even in the dark. It's easy to feel lost when life becomes uncertain. You start to question your decisions, your direction, and sometimes even your worth. But here's the truth. Even when you can't see the path clearly, you are still being guided. God never stops directing your steps, even when your eyes are filled with tears or your heart is full of confusion. Just because the way forward isn't clear doesn't mean you're walking alone. Often we expect guidance to come in the form of clear signs, smooth roads, or quick answers, but divine guidance isn't always loud. Sometimes it's hidden in the delays, the detours, or even the disappointments. What you think is a setback may actually be a redirection. What feels like being stuck may be the exact place where God wants you to pause, reflect, and prepare for what's next. Think about the way a GPS works. When you take a wrong turn, it doesn't stop guiding you, it simply recalculates the route. In the same way, God knows every twist and turn in your journey, and He always has a way to bring you back to where you're meant to be. Even when you feel unsure, God is sure. Even when you feel weak, He is strong. And even when you're doubting yourself, He hasn't stopped believing in your purpose. His guidance is not limited to perfect people or perfect moments. It's available to every soul that turns to Him with a sincere heart. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to keep moving forward with trust. Let go of the pressure to understand everything right now. You may not see the full picture, but God does. Every door that closed, every opportunity that slipped away, and every delay you faced, they all have meaning. They weren't meant to break you, they were meant to guide you. So if you feel lost today, know that you are not without direction. Keep walking, keep trusting. You are being led, even through the uncertainty, by a Lord who knows exactly where you need to be and how to get you there. Waiting is never easy. It can feel like a slow ache in the heart, a silence that stretches on, making you wonder if your prayers have been heard at all. When things don't happen the way you hoped, or when life seems to be standing still, the mind starts to whisper, "Maybe I've been forgotten." But delays are not signs of rejection. In reality, they are often expressions of divine mercy. Sometimes what you're asking for is not denied. It's simply delayed for a reason you can't yet see. What feels like being held back is often a form of protection. The door didn't open because what was behind it wasn't meant for you. The plan didn't unfold because something better is being prepared. And the silence you hear is not abandonment, it's patience being written into your story, a story that will later make perfect sense. We live in a world that moves fast, where instant results are praised and waiting is seen as weakness. But the truth is, some of the most beautiful things in life take time. Flowers don't bloom overnight, trees don't grow in a day, and your destiny won't be rushed by your anxiety. God's timing is not random. It's precise, measured, and full of wisdom. Delays are how God says, "Not yet, because I'm preparing something greater." Maybe your heart needs to heal more. Maybe your path needs to clear, or maybe what you're asking for is good, but what He wants to give you is even better. Just because you haven't received it yet doesn't mean it's not coming. Some blessings take longer because they're bigger, deeper, and more meaningful. Don't confuse waiting with wasting time. Every moment you wait with faith is a moment of growth. It's a test of trust, a chance to strengthen your patience, and a space where your soul learns to rely completely on the one who never makes mistakes. The delay is not a denial, it's a divine pause to prepare both you and the gift. So when your heart feels restless and time seems to stretch endlessly, remember, God is not late. He is never unaware. He is crafting your future with care, love, and purpose. Hold on. What's meant for you will arrive, not a second too early or too late, but at the perfect time. When you're in the middle of hardship, your mind starts to play tricks on you. You begin to wonder if you're strong enough, worthy enough, or even capable of moving forward. The weight of trials can make you feel powerless, like you have nothing left to give. But even in those moments, there's something powerful within you that remains: the ability to choose faith. Faith is not the absence of fear or doubt. It's not pretending everything is fine. Faith is what keeps you standing when everything else tries to pull you down. It's the quiet decision to keep trusting even when your heart is breaking. It's the strength to whisper, "I believe," when everything around you is telling you to give up. You may feel weak, but choosing faith in your weakness is what makes you strong. You don't have to see the full picture. You don't have to understand why things are happening. All you need is to keep choosing faith, one moment at a time. Every time you trust God, even just a little, you grow. Every time you choose not to give up, you become stronger. And every time you hold on to hope, you rise, inch by inch, towards the light. Faith is not about being fearless. It's about standing in your fear and saying, "Even now, I will trust." It's the decision to believe in God's plan even when you don't see the results yet. It's the courage to surrender your timeline and accept His. And sometimes, that single act of surrender brings more peace than any answer could. When you choose faith in times of struggle, you are choosing to believe that your life has purpose, that your pain has meaning, and that your journey is still unfolding exactly as it should. You're saying that even though it's hard, you know you're not alone. That even though it hurts, you believe there's healing ahead. So don't underestimate the power of one choice. One moment of faith can change the direction of your life. Keep choosing it again and again, even if it's quiet, even if it's slow, because in the eyes of God, every small act of trust is seen, valued, and rewarded. You're not forgotten, and your faith is never wasted. There comes a point in every soul's journey where hope seems distant. You may have cried, prayed, and waited, and still nothing changes. The silence feels heavy, the pain feels endless, and the heart starts to wonder if it's all in vain. But that's exactly when God's promise becomes most powerful. Your Lord has not forsaken you. No matter how dark it feels, no matter how long it's been, He has never turned away from you. When the world grows cold and the future looks uncertain, it's easy to think you've been left behind. But faith is not built on how things look. It's built on what is real, even when it's invisible. And the reality is this: God's presence is not based on emotions or circumstances. He is with you in your sorrow just as much as He is in your joy. His love doesn't fade when life gets hard. In fact, it becomes even more present, even more active. Sometimes, what you call abandonment is actually preparation. The silence may be building your strength. The delays may be stretching your trust. The pain may be carving room in your heart for deeper peace, greater purpose, and stronger faith. And the loneliness you feel is not the absence of God. It's the space where He's inviting you to draw closer. You are never alone, not for a moment. Even when no one understands, He understands. Even when no one sees your tears, He sees every single one. And even when you feel like giving up, He's the one gently holding you up. That's what divine love looks like: constant, quiet, and unshakable. Hold on to this truth. Your story is not over. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. The chapter you're in right now may be painful, but the author of your life is still writing. And He writes with purpose, with mercy, and with love. So when doubt whispers in your ear, when fear tells you to quit, when pain tries to convince you that you've been abandoned, stand up and remind your soul, my Lord has not forsaken me. He is with me. He is guiding me, and He will bring me through. Keep walking even in the dark. The light is closer than you think. Even in our lowest moments, when our hearts are weary and our paths unclear, there is one truth that stands unshaken: we are never alone. No pain is unnoticed, no tear is wasted, and no prayer goes unheard. Life will test us, it will stretch us, shake us, and sometimes even break us. But these trials do not define us, they refine us. God's silence is not His absence. His delay is not denial. And His plan, though sometimes hidden, is always perfect. Each struggle you face is part of a greater design, one that is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to the purpose you were created for. Every hardship carries with it a chance to grow in faith, to deepen your trust, and to let go of fear. So don't give up. Don't let the darkness convince you that the light is gone. You are being guided, you are being protected, and even if you can't feel it right now, you are being loved beyond measure. Walk forward with courage. Carry hope like a flame. And hold on to this unshakable truth. Your Lord has never and will never forsake you. Keep going. The breakthrough is near.